So you're a new citizen and a mate has referred you. And you get 500 UBUs because just for joining up as a joining up bonus. And then you get 100 every single day from then on. So after a month, you'll have another 3,000. 1,000 times 30 is 3,000, which means that you'll have 3,500 UBUs accruing to your wallet over a period of a month. We have, however, a dissipation mechanism, which means that the number of UBUs that are in your wallet dissipate at 1% per day. What we mean by dissipate is they come out of your wallet and they go back into the central system to be reissued. That's the way in which we limit the number of UBUs that it's possible to actually have in existence. And there's an important reason for that, which we can talk about later. That 3,500 therefore translates to approximately 2,700 UBUs that you will have at the end of the month. And you now go and utilize the auction process to acquire some UBX. Now the auction is only going to be implemented in a number of months' time, so as a transition measure, we will be offering 1,000 UBUs for 1 UBX. UBU per UBX. Which means that you will be able to acquire at least 2 UBX, because you can only buy them in whole units at this point in time in the transition period. So you'll get 2 UBX simply for the first month that you join up. Okay. Now, what do those 2 UBX become in terms of value? So let's think a little bit about that. I've talked about the fact that we had the network economic model that says that the UBX as the number of citizens grows, the UBX value increases in terms of its value, which we can measure in dollar terms. That 2 UBX might start off at being sort of $15 maybe each, so maybe that's a value of about $30 to start with. But over a period of a couple of years, that $30 will climb dramatically. And as the number of citizens grows, remember that we talked about you double the number of citizens, you quadruple the value. So if I've doubled the number of citizens a couple of times over the next few years as a direct result of you helping us to grow the system, that $30 could become $300 or $500 or some other number. Now, of course, as we go through time, you'll be getting more UBUs. And depending on the price of UBUX in UBUs, you'll be able to acquire more UBX. We've calculated that if all goes according to the plan that we have, that you will have at the end of 3 years somewhere around about 18 UBX, assuming that you converted a significant proportion of your UBUs into that value, into the UBX. And you can do your own sums and work out what would 18 UBX be worth if each one of them was actually worth maybe $100, $200, $300. It's quite a significant sum of money. Now you say, well, why on earth would I have that value? Well, it's quite simple, because you're helping to grow a network effects business model that has as its core the principle of redirecting and redelivering that value back to each person that participates in this process. So as a citizen, I've explained to you why if you join up now, you can get value running into the thousands of dollars, maybe $7,000, $8,000 over 3 years, just by joining up now and early. As we move down the system, of course, that value is going to reduce simply because you'll be able to acquire less UBX with the number of UBUs that you were earning, because the market will force the price of the UBX up in terms of UBUs. But why should I then go and recruit somebody else? Well, again, we've designed the system to actually be self-reinforcing in terms of building the entire value proposition. So as a recruiter, if you're a citizen and you decide to actually refer a couple of your buddies, okay, then you get a different bonus. You get 1,000 UBUs for referring somebody. And if you then use the 1,000 to convert to UBX at this rate at the beginning, you can quite easily see that you get $15 worth of value at the outset. Remember that the $30 was for the 2 UBX, so half of that would be 15. But that might well increase to $150, $200 per person that you recruit. Of course, the later on that you join, the less that number is going to become. So again, it rewards people that actually join. It's a high risk, we know that, because we don't know how big the system is going to get or how fast. But the faster it grows and the bigger that it gets, the more the people that come in at the beginning who have been able to help grow the system are actually going to participate with significantly greater value than people who come in later.